What if World War III broke out tomorrow? Which American cities would be targeted first? Today, we're examining the strategic realities of modern warfare to understand which U.S. cities face the highest risk in a major conflict. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about understanding military strategy, infrastructure importance, and geopolitical realities. Let's dive into the top 7 cities that would likely be prioritized in any large-scale military confrontation. Before we begin, it's important to note that we're discussing hypothetical military strategy based on publicly available information about U.S. defense infrastructure and strategic importance. No one wants this scenario to become reality, but understanding these vulnerabilities helps us appreciate the importance of diplomacy and deterrence. Number 7. Norfolk, Virginia. Coming in at number 7 is Norfolk, Virginia. You might be surprised this relatively modest-sized city ranks so high. But Norfolk hosts the largest naval base in the world, Naval Station Norfolk. This massive installation is home to the U.S. Atlantic Fleet, including aircraft carriers, destroyers, and submarines. Naval Station Norfolk covers over 4,300 acres and serves as the hub for naval operations across the Atlantic Ocean. In any major conflict, controlling or neutralizing America's naval power projection would be a primary objective for adversaries. The base supports 75 ships and 134 aircraft, making it an irreplaceable strategic asset. Additionally, Norfolk is adjacent to other critical military installations, including Joint Base Langley Eustis and the Naval Air Station Oceana. This concentration of military power makes the Hampton Roads area one of the most strategically significant regions in the United States. Disrupting operations here would severely hamper America's ability to project power across the Atlantic and protect vital sea lanes. Number 6. Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha might seem like an unlikely target given its landlocked, Midwestern location. But this city houses one of America's most critical military command centers, U.S. Strategic Command, or STRATCOM. Located at Offutt Air Force Base, STRATCOM is responsible for the nation's nuclear arsenal, space operations, missile defense, and global strike capabilities. This is the nerve center that would coordinate America's nuclear response in any major conflict. The command oversees over 150,000 personnel and manages the country's strategic deterrent forces. In military planning, disrupting an enemy's command and control capabilities is often a first strike priority. STRATCOM's role extends beyond nuclear weapons. It coordinates cyber warfare, intelligence gathering, and strategic reconnaissance. Offutt Air Force Base also hosts the 55th Wing, which operates reconnaissance aircraft conducting global intelligence missions. Taking out this command center would create chaos in America's strategic response capabilities, making it a high-value target despite Omaha's geographic isolation from the coasts. Number 5. Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs earns the 5th spot due to its concentration of critical military command facilities. The city is home to Peterson Space Force Base, Schriever Space Force Base, and the U.S. Northern Command, NORTHCOM, headquarters at Peterson. Most notably, Colorado Springs houses NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, located inside Cheyenne Mountain. This bunker, carved deep into granite, serves as a command center for aerospace warning and control for North America. NORAD tracks every object entering North American airspace and coordinates continental defense. The city has also become the epicenter of America's space operations. The Space Force, America's newest military branch, has significant operations based here. In modern warfare, space assets, satellites for communications, GPS, reconnaissance, and early warning systems are critical. Disrupting these capabilities would blind American forces and create massive advantages for adversaries. The concentration of aerospace, space, and continental defense operations makes Colorado Springs an extremely high-value target. Its mountain defenses make it harder to neutralize, but that same importance ensures it would be targeted with the most advanced weapons available. Number 4. San Diego, California. San Diego ranks 4th due to Naval Base San Diego, the principal homeport of the Pacific Fleet. If Norfolk is the Atlantic naval hub, San Diego is its Pacific counterpart. The base supports over 50 ships, including aircraft carriers, amphibious assault ships, and cruisers. But San Diego's strategic importance goes beyond just the naval base. The region includes Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, Naval Air Station North Island, the birthplace of naval aviation, and extensive shipbuilding and repair facilities. The city represents America's primary projection of naval power into the Pacific, the most contested maritime region in any potential future conflict. In a Pacific-focused conflict, particularly one involving China, San Diego would be absolutely critical. The city's ports, airfields, and maintenance facilities would be essential for sustaining any prolonged military campaign. Destroying or disabling these assets would severely limit America's ability to operate in the Western Pacific. The concentration of military personnel, families, and defense contractors also means San Diego has deep connections throughout the defense establishment. It's not just a military city, it's a defense ecosystem that would be difficult to replace quickly. Number 3. Seattle-Tacoma, Washington. The Seattle-Tacoma metropolitan area claims the third position for multiple strategic reasons. Naval Base Kitsap, located across Puget Sound, is home to the largest naval installation in the Pacific Northwest and houses a significant portion of America's ballistic missile submarine fleet. These submarines, known as boomers, carry nuclear-armed ballistic missiles and represent one leg of America's nuclear triad, the guaranteed second strike capability that underpins nuclear deterrence. They can remain hidden in the ocean for months, making them nearly impossible to track and eliminate. Catching these submarines in port would be a primary objective for any adversary. Beyond the naval presence, Joint Base Lewis McChord south of Seattle is one of the most strategically important Army and Air Force installations in the country. The base serves as a power projection platform for rapid deployment to the Pacific and is home to I-Corps, which would be central to any major Pacific conflict. The region also has significant defense manufacturing, including Boeing's production facilities. Seattle represents both immediate military capability and the industrial base needed to sustain prolonged conflict. Number 2. Washington, D.C. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the nation's capital ranks second. Washington, D.C. represents the political and administrative heart of the United States. The Pentagon, located just across the Potomac in Arlington, Virginia, is the headquarters of the Department of Defense and coordinates all U.S. military operations globally. Decapitating enemy leadership and disrupting command structures has been a military objective throughout history, and D.C. concentrates both political and military leadership in one area. Beyond the Pentagon, the city houses countless intelligence agencies, military command centers, and governmental operations critical to wartime coordination. Joint Base Andrews, home to Air Force One, sits just outside the city. The National Military Command Center operates 24/7 to provide direct support to the President and Secretary of Defense. Disrupting these capabilities would create confusion and slow America's response to any conflict. The symbolic value of Washington cannot be understated either. Striking the capital would aim to shake American morale and demonstrate an adversary's capability to reach the heart of the nation. Number 1. New York City. New York City takes the top spot for several converging reasons. While it doesn't have the military concentrations of Norfolk or San Diego, its economic, financial, and symbolic importance make it the highest value target. New York is the financial capital of the world. Wall Street, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, and countless international financial institutions operate from Manhattan. Modern warfare isn't just about destroying military assets. It's about crippling an enemy's ability to fund and sustain conflict. Devastating New York's financial district would send shockwaves through global markets and potentially cripple America's economic warfighting capability. The city is also America's most populous, with over 8 million residents in the 5 boroughs and 20 million in the greater metropolitan area. The concentration of people, infrastructure, and economic activity creates a target whose disruption would have cascading effects across the entire nation. From a psychological warfare perspective, New York carries immense symbolic weight as America's largest city and a global cultural capital. The September 11th attacks demonstrated how strikes on New York affect American psyche and global perception. Understanding these strategic vulnerabilities isn't about spreading fear. It's about appreciating the complex military and geopolitical realities we face. These cities represent critical nodes in America's defense network, economic system, and national identity. Fortunately, extensive defensive systems, nuclear deterrence, and international diplomacy work to prevent such catastrophic scenarios. The goal of identifying these vulnerabilities is ultimately about prevention and preparedness. What do you think? Did we miss any cities? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe for more content on geopolitics and military strategy. Stay safe out there.